We've got ignition. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, y'all? We've got RIP Takeoff. Condolences to his family. Welcome to another edition of Mouthpiece Included. Today's topic, Scottie Sheffler, jailed. Is there some bias in the coverage? Hearing a lot about his story, and all of a sudden, people are questioning 12, in Louisville. They have a history of doing similar nonsense. I'll save that, though. Also, they finally released the Bears schedule out there for 24-25. So we're going to go through it game by game, select who's going to get the W and who's going to get the L. This is prognostics and diagnostics. This is 1.0. Obviously, we're going to have to do this again after the free agent movement, after the preseason, and we can evaluate any injuries out there. So that's what we on today. So as always, we appreciate y'all. Fair use. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. The views expressed in today's podcast are those of the host, anybody who has the balls to pull up or to gonads, and not necessarily reflective of TATN or any of its affiliates. This is a podcast where we're going to talk about politics right here on this public forum. Sports, politics, and everything in between. We're having the discussions, people don't want to have for various reasons. Don't want to upset the overseer on the plantation because, I understand. This is your host, RNA 9 Milz, joined today by co-host, Big RNA Ace, and any other urban silverbackette or silverback who still got your gonads and want to pull up and talk your excrement. The world's top male golfer, they're even been calling him Tiger 2.0. I'd never heard of. Scottie Sheffler was arrested outside the PGA Championship. He faces charges including second-degree assault of 12, reckless driving out there, and criminal mischief. One of those charges is felonious. Now, Drop Dead Gorgeous Scottie Sheffler claims he was following the police instructions. The situation, was a little murky in his mind. Okay. Quote, a man drags 12 with his vehicle, hospitalizes him. He's arrested, charged with a felony. Right? Any black man out there or woman who can hear my voice, I'm going to start over. Put yourself, this is you. A man drags 12. Drop Dead Gorgeous 12. This is a thought experiment. With his vehicle, hospitalizes him after disobeying orders. He's arrested. You're arrested. Well, this is a quote. I'm sorry. He's arrested, charged with a felony, and then immediately processed out, released, so he can make his tea time or, get to work out there. I got to get to work out there. Did I get that right? Now, this is a quote by Ricky L. Jones. He's a University of Louisville. I was told we've been saying it wrong with all that Louisville. I don't know. A University of Louisville professor of Pan-African Studies on the social platform Twitter X. While news outlets have reported the incident, it's essential for us, copper-colored, to consider potential media bias out there. You know what I mean? Where's the apology tour? Did I even get an apology? I mean, seriously. Out there. What if that was Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, Tiger Woods? That's what we're talking about. This is politics. Yeah. The national news sources are emphasizing Sheffler's side of the story. Fine. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Now, as with any high-profile case, official analysis is crucial to understanding the full picture out there. We're also going to give our expert predictions for the Bears 2024-25 season. This is 1.0. And of course, we'll also discuss other news and topics from the world of sports and politics. So stand down, stand back, stand by, or pull up. But if you do pull up, do not forget to bring said mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece included. TATN, Better guard your grill.
I know why they do that nowadays. Absolutely do it sometimes. You know, I hate to see a happy black man shining happy. All right, so stand down, stand back, stand by, pull up. But if you do pull up, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Smash that like button. Post it on Twitter X and every other social media platform. Let's get Big Ace in the building. Chi-Town's super dad. Should act like these guys don't exist. I mean, he's coming from a generation, a legacy of super dads in his family, long line of them. But you don't exist.
I'm a myth.
Yeah, what's up, you Purple Panther? What's going on?
I got my I Am Black History hat. I'm not wearing it today, but I'll probably wear it next week to show that
that's racist. But go ahead.
we do exist as dads here in the South Side, South suburbs, the city of Chi, where they call us Chirac, but no, we're our super dads and dads that love our kids and dads to go to all the games and dads to make sure there's health care and dads that go to work. Yeah, we're out here. We're doing our thing. So
and let me add this: this gentleman does not live precariously, and by precariously I mean vicariously, through his children. Shows up, supports, coaches when possible, things like that. But he's not living vicariously, precariously. He's not living vicariously through his children. So big ups.
Yeah, I love the kids, man. I love to see all these kids out here. Any coded color, out here competing on the field, living their lives. I wish more of our copper coded kids got out there in different sports. Just to be out there doing anything, whether it's running track or playing golf or he knocked the heck out of that ball, playing golf or doing anything it takes to be a strong, virile young man in today's society, get out from the video game world, at times, breathe. Now, I know a lot of kids are in between the metaverse and these playing fields, but the kids get out here and they play ball, they play baseball. Just left the football championship quarterfinals yesterday. It's just wow. It's a lot going on for me this weekend, but it's great to be a part of. It's great to see these young athletes, these young student athletes doing their thing. And shout out to them. Shout out to Jackie Robinson West today. We got a fundraiser. All of those that are paying attention.
My pal, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll be at Sanders on 103rd Street, Sanders event venue. It's I don't have the address. It's about 1300 West 103rd Street. There's a fundraising event from 5 to 9 tonight. I'll get that information for you, man.
And that's 10 Trey for all of the growth and development and, or any BDs who might be out there.
You can also go to Jackie Robinson at hotmail.com to make donations to the league. Just keeping the league going for these kids, giving them somewhere to go, something to do. Some of them are going to excel in baseball. Some of them are going to go to college playing baseball. Some of them might go to the major leagues, but whatever you can give, it's a $25, 50 cents, $20, $500,000, whatever you got disposable. Think of the kids.
And one of the moderators go in there and drop that into Karen. Can you drop that? Was it Jackie Robinson at hotmail.com?
Yeah, I'm going to send you the info for the fundraiser and the email address. in about 2-3 minutes, and we'll be I'm gonna drop it in there for you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yeah. Anybody want to support, and then obviously they'll probably email you something for your tax purposes.
For sure. 501c3 chartered little league on the south side of Chicago for the last 50 plus years. So all of those that, still want to think about what happened in 2014 when, they took the kids championship away. The league's still going on. Kids are still playing baseball.
Killing is
Any
still happening in Chicago, and by the time, and people still need mentorship. And by the time
Right.
y'all, get around that, you know what I mean? These kids need the money. I saw a father, Ace,
Mhm.
at a McDonald's out here in South Central, bro, and
Yeah.
the son, these kids be mumbling, a lot of them won't talk, but he was in
Right.
full uniform, bro. You know what I mean? His
Yeah.
dad was tall, and he was in full baseball uniform. So, young man couldn't have been older than like 11. I told him, like, I was talking to him about his game. He's a switch hitter,
Oh,
right?
sweet.
Yeah, yeah. He said he's more about hitting, bro. He said he could stick. So he said they stick him on first base or right field. His dad was right there. One thing I appreciated, his dad didn't jump in and try to tell him and talk to him, and you know how they be doing.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he just let his son matriculate. So his
Right.
son's matriculating with me, and I was telling him, man, I'm like, look, don't get pigeonholed, right? I said what made Michael Jordan is he worked on his weaknesses. Stand there and keep working on your hitting. Don't get me wrong, bro, but man, leather up. That's what I told him. Have some pride out there. Man,
Yeah.
he was listening. I told him, man, one of my biggest regrets in life is that I didn't stick with the game. I said, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get to a point where basketball and football is gonna be more sexy. Keep playing
Mm-hmm.
baseball. Even
Keep
for
playing.
crap, for craps and giggles. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then last thing I told him, STEM. If you're not,
Yeah.
STEM.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a word of knowledge to him and his dad. That hey, his dads and people out here that appreciate your son playing baseball, and coaches out here that coach other sports. That hey, the well-rounded athlete is what he needs to be. Whether even as the golf team, he wants to join the golf team and still play baseball because here golf is a fall sport, and you got baseball in the spring, or if you want to go football, but keep playing baseball, keep stretching out them legs, keep that hand-eye coordination going, and it'll help the kids academically as well as athletically. So,
Man, and they getting paid.
yeah,
Baseball players. You know what I'm saying? They getting paid. Now, I
it's
didn't
stupid.
mention none of that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They getting
right,
paid to stand out
right.
there and eat sunflower seeds. The ball might come to
Spit,
you every now and
yeah,
then.
yeah,
Like you said, they
yeah.
getting paid, man.
It's, God bless America. They get paid so much money they can just gamble the damn money away and blame it on the damn interpreter,
Interpret out there.
and they sweep that right up under the rug, and nobody, nobody's the wiser. Yeah,
Which was covered right here on the Mouthpiece Included.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. We haven't talked about that quite a while. I don't think anybody has, have they?
No, no. But I told the kid though, man. The last thing I said, man, you got your dad right here. I said he's upright. I told him, I was like, man, it's hard out here. I mean, I know you seeing what's going on, like people laying in the street. LA is crazy right now.
Yeah,
And I was like, man, you got your upright dad. I was like, he's with you. I was like, no matter what, you ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? I told him download that information. You know what I mean?
right. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and I knew he was raised right though. I didn't even see his dad at first. There was a guy
Uh
right there, but I knew he was raised right just because he was talking and he wasn't mumbling and he was looking me
huh.
right in my eyes there, fella.
Yeah, yeah,
Rare breed
yeah,
today. Rare
yeah,
breed.
yeah. And standing in full uniform. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up.
All right, we're gonna have
Great thing
Karen.
to hear.
Karen, can you bring up? Let's see, basics. We're gonna have Karen bring up baseball. We're just gonna run through this really quick.
All
Karen,
right.
yeah, Karen, bring up the. I guess it's desktop too. Are you seeing a schedule? Do you see a schedule up there,
Oh,
Ace?
hold on. I'm moving around trying to get that
Okay, no worries.
website for you. Hold on a second.
Let me go. No, that's all right. I'm gonna go.
So I think Kiefer Caleb.
Yeah, I see a schedule.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Karen. All right. Yeah, Karen just cleared it up. Big ups to Karen.
Big ups, Karen. Shout out to the whole production staff.
Yeah, you guys hire Karens. The more we hire Karens, the less they can be calling cops on black people, harassing you in the street, asking you what you're doing over here, and
What's going on?
yeah.
Everything okay? Yeah,
should you be smoking marijuana right here? You know what I mean?
You know it's legal, don't
You know what I mean? Should you be asking me questions?
you? Yeah, I don't answer questions.
All right, so we got the schedule right here. Your Sox, man. I just wanted to say, hey, hats off to them. They're 6-4 over the last 10. All right.
Yeah, who gives a damn?
They're 10-14 in that stadium. Nobody knows the name of, and 4-8 on the road. I'm an optimist as a Cubs fan. You have to learn how to turn lemons into lemonade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. They're showing some scrap.
Well, I mean, it can't get any worse. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're showing some scrap.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. I mean, hopefully, it continues to get better. But you're still possibly looking at a 100-game season. People are, stating that they're getting healthier,
All
which
right.
is the reason that the team is getting better. But I'll reserve my thought till they stop getting shut out every other damn game.
Well, I mean, that could have something to do with it, like the health, and then some of these other teams just start getting hurt. That's the thing about baseball. It's a long season. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Teams
for
get
sure.
hot. Teams, just because you start hot or start cold has nothing to do with how you're gonna close that thing out. So
That's for sure.
I'm trying to give you Sox fans hope out there. Teach you how to be fans of a sucky team.
Team doesn't suck. They're just struggling
Oh my
right now
God.
with the personnel and
Worst
yeah,
team
of
in
course.
baseball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to hear this. They're professional players and all this crap.
They're
And they'd
professional players.
beat the crap out of me in baseball. You're damn right they would. All right. I mean, but they're getting paid millions of dollars. All right. But the
Yeah,
Cubs, 26
yeah.
21, 2 games back, 14-8 in drop dead gorgeous Wrigley Field. I mean, best stadium by far in all of professional sports. 12 and 13 on the road and 4-6 last 10. What do you say about that?
Yeah, they are what we thought they were.
What's that? Flirting with a playoff spot?
Playoffs, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and they're a good ball club. I still wouldn't go over this shithole stadium on the north side, but can I say that on here?
You guys hear the hatred Southsiders have?
I mean, it's not hatred. I mean, that stadium sucks, man. They talking about the history of it, man. If somebody needs a new stadium, it's the damn Cubs.
I saw a poll, Ace, and it was asking you White Sox fans. All right. Asking you White Sox fans, hey, who's your biggest rival? And they were mentioning, I think the Brewers, Detroit. They were mentioning all the baseball teams, and they had the Cubs on there out there. And you, not you idiots, because you probably didn't answer the poll, but the Sox fans said the Chicago Cubs are their biggest. Are their biggest? Said the Chicago Cubs are their biggest rivals.
That's probably somebody's never been to a damn game in their life.
Yeah,
It's
I don't. The Cardinals are the Cubs' biggest rivals, bro. Like that's what I don't like. I mean, I talk about the Sox and the Sox fans, but come on, they're from Chicago. Yeah.
Right. Now, how could the team on the other side of town be your biggest rival?
And you only
You've
play
never
them
been to a
once or
game.
twice. Yeah, you've never been to a game. That's true. You've never been to a game.
Come on.
All right. Not for baseball. Dart player. Let's see if we can get Karen to share this. This is something that was sent to me by Big Ace.
That's interesting.
I think you did. If it wasn't you, it was
No, it wasn't me. I didn't send you this. You sent this to me.
Must have been Diesel then.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, okay. All right. Female darts player. We're gonna cover darts next week. Copper color. Dita Hedman refuses to play misgender opponent and forfeits the match out there. So just going through it, as you guys can see, she refused to play against the competitor in the Denmark Open over the weekend, removing herself. She was set to face Noah Lynn van Leuven in the quarterfinals of the tournament, but
Mm.
opted not to play. Hit
Is that
Hedman.
racial? Mm-hmm.
She's copper colored.
All right.
The misgendered, some sort of Caucasian.
Yeah.
Now, Hedman pushed back on reports she pulled out of the match due to an illness and also declined compensation she may have lost due to her decision. No
Yeah.
fake illness. I said I wouldn't play a man in a ladies' event, Hedman wrote on Twitter X. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Make your
She
stand.
she added, the subject causing much angst in the sport I love. People can be whoever they want in life, but I don't think biological born men should compete in a women's sport. Van Leuven eventually lost to Bo Graves in the semifinals. Van Leuven defeated Graves in March. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see.
Blah blah
Blah, blah,
blah.
blah. Okay. She said her transition began at the age of 16. She was getting
Nah.
more unhappy with herself to a point that I didn't want to live anymore. And that was the moment where I thought I can go two sides now. I could, end it out there, or I can live as who I want to live. So you can see that right there. You go right there.
Yeah.
That's Noah Van Leuven. That's the first
Mm-hmm.
trans woman to play in a
Mm-hmm.
televised tournament. And there's your copper colored Brit. She's some sort of, what do you call it? African Brit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're African Americans, so she would
Yeah.
be an African Brit.
Yeah. She can swim. People
Yeah.
can swim.
Yeah,
They
she
can swim.
talks funny.
Yeah.
PDC chief
She drinks
executive
tea.
Matt Porter told The Guardian last year that Van Leuven complies with the transgender policy,
Mm-hmm.
with the proper, with the steroids and stuff, and the
Yeah.
hormones. The IOC's darts policy requires the misgenders to have a testosterone level below 10 nanomoles per liter for at least 12 months, and that gender identity cannot be changed for at least 4 years. The transgender female may not have a presumption of advantage, and the IOC advises sports to disproportionate advantage, which needs therefore to be mitigated. All right, that's a lot of word salad. And you can
But
stop the share, Karen. We appreciate you. So one thing I want to just say right away is,
that's a bunch of crap.
one thing I'll say, I've said like certain sports, I can't have it. But a sport like bro, like darts,
Yeah.
I don't see how it matters if a man, a woman, or a transgender is competing. What advantage does a man have in darts?
Well, it depends on the type of man. He might have a bigger forearm depending on what he does in his
Yeah,
free
but
time.
how's that helping your accuracy to do nonsense?
Right.
It's nonsense, essentially.
Okay. Well, I mean, the African Brit wanted to make a stand, and she made her stand. I don't know about her forfeiting her bag for the tournament because she didn't want to play against the Miss Gender. But she made her stand. Uh, I don't know what backlash she would face in England or wherever she competes on darts doing that, making her stand. But I mean, truthfully, yeah. What difference does it make? It's not track or basketball or football or any of those sports that really counts on the physicality of the person. It's hmm, it's darts. They're throwing a dart at it. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's
seriously, it's like a chess competition, and you don't want to compete against a transgender, a
right.
misgender. I mean, at some point, are you just, I don't want to say racist, because I hate when they compare their plight to ours. I absolutely have complete
Yeah,
disdain for it, because there wasn't any chattel slavery or anything like that based upon someone's sexual orientation. Now, I'm not saying
right.
if master, saw you out there, ferrying around, say, man, I can't breathe this one. But they might have, put you in the house and, had you in the
Yeah.
kitchen, clean, what I mean? They might have done that.
Well, some of those uh masters,
Yeah.
they were they were having sex with those particular slaves that like that or didn't like that anyway. I mean, so it's it didn't just it
That's
didn't
something
just
that's something nobody ever talks about there.
yeah. I mean, it didn't just start after slavery. I mean, it's got to be
I
had
didn't
to
even
be
think
fruit.
about that because nobody even talks about that. But that's a good point.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, we'll move on. But we're
right,
covering darts next week, and I was just thinking, like, I can understand like football, and you know what I mean, and that's you know what I'm saying. I can understand that, like prison. I can understand certain situations, but bro, like,
yeah,
yeah, at some point, I think it is, and nobody's even said this because I've watched a lot of videos and read a lot of articles
yeah,
on this, and
right.
nobody's ever said like, what does this matter in darts?
Well, Um, I assume they're saying there's a different skill level between the men and the women, so that's why you have different leagues, and
You're right.
the men must have a stronger or more I don't know, man.
More
You come on,
endurance.
man.
I don't know. Maybe we'll know more after
Yeah,
we cover
yeah. We
darts
talk
next
about it
week.
next week, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we got to get into it. But yeah, she just wanted to make her stand, and she made it, and God bless.
I'm not hating on either one of them, but it
Yeah,
just felt a little funny to me.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like I'm in NASCAR and I'm like, I'm not racing against any of those damn colors or the mischievers. Do you
Well,
know what I mean?
they already had that era.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. All right. So now we got yeah, I wanted Diesel here, so both of you guys can potentially eat crow. And you brought this up. You asked how I thought the new rules in NFL with the you know, as it goes to special teams. Yeah.
Kickoffs.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, how that could affect Velas. We were having a discussion about it. And
What are you talking about? Eating crow? Venus hasn't even made the team yet.
one of them, what are you talking about? One of the meatheads in our in Chicago's local media asked Karen, can you bring that video up? Big ups to air quotes. Ask the question, a simple question, you know, how these rules will affect the special teams. They didn't even mention Velas. So you guys get the crow prepared too. Take that back. Here we go. Can you hear this? Can y'all hear that? No. Okay. Having some technical difficulties here. Right? There we go. Oh, I have no idea what just happened. We're gonna stop share. I hope you guys heard that. So that's a video of Velas Jones. And this guy, he must have choked on the crow. I hope you guys heard that. Chat, let me know if you guys have heard those words. I didn't feel like I could hear that good. Let's see, desktop two. It wasn't shared. You guys couldn't hear it. My bad.
A guy like that
Here we go. Air quotes.
with his type of skill set, with the speed and the power that he has, ball in his hand.
That's right.
For a guy like that to really change the game.
She's drop dead gorgeous, seemingly perfect. You ask yourself, how can someone be so beautiful?
Is there anybody you have in
Bayless
mind that's going to
Jones,
really
ladies and
benefit from
gentlemen.
this?
Bayless Jones, ladies and gentlemen. So I expect big things out of Bayless. I know a lot of you guys are sitting around, waiting for Caleb and, Swift and Romo Dunze. I'm waiting on Bayless. He's the last bit of hope I get to hang on to after Justin Fields has been traded for a 6th-round pick and a box of Cracker Jacks to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I guess this guy doesn't want to eat his crow. Hope he had his head on the swivel. Let's see, I'm going to put the Jackie Robinson thing into the chat. You guys hold up for 1 second. All right, looks like he's back, and let's see. Stop sharing. Yeah, that was Velus Jones. I mean, you guys can say what you want. That was Velus Jones. You guys want to, sat there and act like you didn't see what I just saw. Maybe he needs to see it again because he just ran out and disappeared as soon as, we started giving him video evidence. We gave this guy video evidence of our potential Hall of Fame case for Velus Jones. And these new rules, it's going to open the game wide open for a guy like him. I expect him to, give us about 125, between 125 to 175 all-purpose yards a game. They're going to have packages for him. They're going to use them like the way KC would use them in their packages, while you're worried about, let's say, guys like, the major players. You have bums like Velus Jones running around there, little scatbacks, and having all-purpose yardage. That's what I'm looking for out of Velus.
Yeah.
Did you see the evidence?
Velus has to make the damn team first.
Yeah.
This is a different
What do you
era.
mean? Did you hear what his coach? That's literally his coach. Go ahead. What do you mean he hasn't made the team? Did you hear what his coach was? And air quotes cut out half of the minutia the coach was saying because it was so much. I don't know. They didn't know if the coach was on drug.
On the Met. Well, it's going to make it simpler for Velus. He doesn't have to think anymore. He can just catch the ball and run. So, okay, but I don't think I'll end up eating crow, and I certainly won't consider eating crow until Velus makes this ball club.
Are you or are you not on record saying you like that copper-colored coach? And are you not on record saying you'd have been okay with them firing Eberflus last year and using this guy as an interim? The special teams. He's either in contemplation, ladies and gentlemen, or he's lost his Wi-Fi connection once again. I believe he's lost his Wi-Fi connection. You might want to leave and come back, Ace. You're frozen on my screen. Maybe it's me. If somebody can, let's see. Yeah, it's you, bro. You might want to leave and come back. All right, we're not going to spend much more time on Velus Jones. He made his point. I do want to go through this schedule really fast before we jump to the topic, which is Scottie Sheffler has been jailed. According to most golf pundits and professionals, he's Tiger Woods 2.0, second coming. So I guess he almost ran over a policeman and then dragged a policeman like 15 to 25 yards. Policeman was injured. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. And then, but right now we're going to just go ahead and run through the Chicago Bears schedule really fast. We got Brother Wordsmith out there. Let's see. What's going on, Brother Wordsmith? All right, you guys, and I believe the link is pinned in the chat. Feel free to pull up. Let's see. And Wordsmith, put your ancestral echoes link in there too, bro. Let's see.
Shout out to production. Shout out to production.
What you got? A PCS Prime code with a flip? What the hell's going on?
Sorry, sorry.
I'm still using my Prime code.
I had my phone in the window, and I'm sitting there watching the game, and all of a sudden it just overheated. Never happened to me before, except when I was on the damn beach. But I'm sitting there watching the game, so now I'm taking my phone away from the heat.
Hey, talk about PCS Prime code though, bro. It never dropped one call. But now the feds may have been listening to every word you said, but it never dropped one call, bro.
That's because the feds were watching.
Yeah. It was the same system they're still using. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. But
back to Bayless.
I'm saying, do you or do you not respect the coach? Did you or did you not respect this copper colored and ask questions like, why can't this special teams guy? Because if he was young, blonde haired, blue eyed, and talking like that, he wouldn't talk like that. But you know how they talk, where he sounds like he's from Pittsburgh or shithole Ohio, and I'm dumb and stupid. You know what I mean? And they're gonna let me run everything because I'm young and white.
They're gonna give it all to me.
Yeah. So you're on record.
I'm up and coming.
Yeah, so you're on record of feeling this way about this special teams coordinator. Now all of a sudden you don't respect where he's coming from?
I respect him. The special teams coordinator doesn't run out there and catch the ball and fumble the damn ball. That's Vilas out there doing that. So
no, I think I see your point. The special teams coordinator's got to coach whoever they decide the personnel is, because I think that's what you keep alleging. He's got to make the team. But so should this guy be out there praising him? You know, if he's a possible cut. That's what I'm saying. Ace, come on, you're a coach. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't praise a cut.
He's a third round draft pick, so you got to assume
Post drafted him too.
Yeah, you got to assume this kid is going to stay on the team until his usefulness or his contract is up. And I think this would be the breakout year for Vilas with the rules change. But you also got to look at Caleb Williams' best friend is making the team as a wide receiver.
You're not gonna put him out there except for certain situations. You know what I mean?
If Caleb says cut Vilas, I want my best friend to have that position, and we can pay him less money.
Yeah, Caleb, shut up and paint your fingernails. You're not running shit over here. Your job, get us in and out of the huddle. You heard Nia Ming from big ups to Nia Ming or whatever her name is on ESPN. She's some sort of yellow. She was all on his ass, and we're gonna get to later. And enough of Vilas. But I got him with these new rule changes. Air quotes put him up there as a potential Hall of Fame. But somebody commented, "What?" Hey.
I mean, his numbers were pretty good when he was out there last year.
So
I guess with the rules change, he'll be the next Devin Hester. You're right.
There you go. We're getting there.
And cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, and you guys are going to eat crow when this happens, and I'm prepared. I've said so much on Vilas' behalf at this point.
If Vilas makes it to the Pro Bowl as a starter for special teams, damn it, I will eat crow right here on Mouthpiece included.
Wait a minute. So he's got to make it as a starter.
Well, I mean, he's going to the damn. If he's going to the Pro Bowl, he is a starter. He's just a special team starter.
All right. We heard that. He's got to make the Pro Bowl now for him to eat crow. He can't just be a functional player who makes the roster and shines for the Chicago Bears and the Scat Packers.
He was drafted in the third round. He should have been a functional player.
Yeah, but, it's a whole story. They had a lot of bums out there, and it was all trickling. A lot of bums out there, and it was trickling. Now, you didn't watch the video. Your computer went down when you didn't see the highlights of Velus Jones and all the things he's done for your Bears. You only focus on a couple of errors, which is fine. You know what I mean? But, you're just like the way people talk about Justin Fields. You're doing the same thing to Velus. You're doing the same thing to Velus.
Yeah, he only gets out there a certain amount of times. Those errors cost us games.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. His errors help usher Justin out of here, and he's still here.
I'm going to have to make a Pookie Velus Jones video because now he's being the scapegoat, for those losses. Yeah.
Velus is not the scapegoat. Velus just needs to progress as a player. It's just like Justin needs some more development time. Vilas does too. So maybe this year will be his breakout year with none of the pressure on him as in
Yeah.
years past.
All right, all right, all right. Scottie Sheffler jailed, you guys. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and Karen, can you get off the phone, Karen? I think she's calling the cops
No,
again.
you can't.
Karen, that's the DoorDash guy. He's shit. One
Just because
second.
he has a full shiesty on does not mean he means you harm.
Does not mean,
Yeah.
right? At all.
Even though it's 95 degrees outside, doesn't doesn't mean you any harm because he's got that mask on his
Thanks.
face and mouth. Yeah,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Thank you, Karen. All right. Are you getting this Bear schedule here?
Yeah. Shoot.
Okay, the preseason game. I mean, we got the Chiefs in the season, but so what?
Caleb's
All
not
right.
gonna play.
No, nobody's gonna play. All right, but he'll get to shake hands with Patty Mahomes. I hope Patty Mahomes disses him. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're both light skinned, so I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Hopefully, Caleb says something like, "I'm coming for your shit." You know what I mean?
Of course, he'll say something ignorant like
Yeah, I
that.
hope he says something like that before the game, like because he seems pretty cocky, don't he?
Yeah, he's very cocky. He's
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
cocky.
He is cocky. He's
They-
cocky.
yeah. I mean, it seems like he's gonna once we play the FGB game. He seems like he's gonna go out to Green Bay and just piss right in the middle of the field, and then go out there and beat him in football.
Yeah, they'll throw his ass in jail. All right, here we go. We got Bears at Colts. Let me get my notes going. Take notes on this. Bears at Colts here, fella. What do you got in that game? W or L?
At Colts, they got the Pookie. They have Pookie back running around out there. I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay, we'll do it like this. Bears, Colts. Let's put that down. You going to Bear?
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game.
Don't you got some Pookie Court? No, Will Levis, drop dead gorgeous.
For the Colts. Oh, you talking about the Titans? You said the Colts.
No, it's the Colts. My bad. All right, we got Diesel coming in right on time. The Colts is the first game. My bad. You're right.
That's preseason.
It's Anthony Richardson, right? No, that's not preseason. That's week 1, bro.
Week 1 is the Titans.
Wait a minute. Is this the right schedule? Oh, you're right. September 8th. All right, Titans. You're right. Titans at Bears. Damn. Good job.
Yeah. I'm going with Bears at home.
Titans at Bears.
I'm going with the Bears to beat the brakes off the damn Titans.
Okay. Okay. A says, what the fuck am I doing? Okay. A says a W. All right. 9 says W. And we'll see what Diesel says here quickly. I'm interested in seeing. He's the gambler. He knows every damn thing.
They got to drop their gorgeous quarterback too.
Mm-hmm. Ace. Okay. Maybe I have a better way to do this. I'll just keep it simple.
Shout out to production.
Ace got Titan W versus Titans. Where's this guy? Did Diesel come in yet? Did you let him in?
Oh, I don't know, man.
I'm looking right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because we're on the share screen. It's hard for us to see. What's up, Diesel? All right, Diesel. So who you got in the Titans game, bro?
It's too early to be picking games, man.
This is 1 point. Listen, you missed it. This is 1.0. All right. I understand. We agree with you. So that's why we clearly put 1.0 up there.
We're not going to start on this on the fence shit already.
Yeah. He's on it. He's rubbing his bum on the fence already. So we're just asking you as a 1.0. You have plenty of time to come back after the season
I
gets
guess
close.
I guess this team must have lost today, huh? Yeah, feeling kind of shady there. Huh?
No,
Yeah.
we won 13-2.
Struck out about 15 times, huh? In a
No,
5-inning game. Yeah.
Dudes hit a home run to center field, 350 feet. Yeah, we won
Damn it.
13-2.
He had a court bat. I get it. Mm-hmm.
No, you had the hot fire. They're talking about banning the damn bat next year, so you might be on to something there.
Well, I'll say it. I got a W in that game too, Ace. Diesel, now listen, we're gonna do 2.0 after the preseason. I mean after the free agency. And then we're gonna do the final 3.0
who's
after
preseason, who gets cut, who gets picked up.
That's 3.0. This is 1.0, Diesel. They're doing this on the internet too, I think
so
people
this is
are
1.0, and you guys say the Bears, all right?
You got the Bears. Look at Diesel. Now, who would you have picked if Justin Fields was still at the helm? Honestly, I just got to ask. We just
the Titans.
Are you kidding me?
He's serious. This guy is serious. All right. There's a lot of guys like him out there.
You know how stacked the Bears would have been if they would have traded away that damn pick.
Diesel's not the exception, though. I'm just saying.
He just hates the Justin Fields experiment, and it's fine. I've run into a lot of these guys now that Justin's gone. They want to beat on their chest and talk about, I didn't like him anyway.
Yeah, they wasn't saying that before like I was. They just jumped on the bandwagon now that he's gone.
Right. A lot of them, a lot of Field supporters. Yeah. But I said I would do that, Diesel. It's just harder. It's gonna take this guy's gonna have to earn it.
Now, did you cover the part some of this information that came out about Fields this week? Did you cover that already, or did I?
Yeah, he's gone. There's not really talk about that.
Yeah, we weren't gonna even discuss that, but we will. Since
you don't want to discuss it, no?
Yeah, we weren't gonna discuss that. You need to get over it. You need to get over it. He's
not drop dead gorgeous, but you guys talk about him every week. But now you don't want to talk about.
He's no longer a Bear. You know what, Ace? Let's talk about it. He wants to talk.
You know why he wants to talk about it? Because there was a controversy he had with Nick Foles, the Super Bowl.
He had it with both of them. With both of them.
They both sucked.
Allegedly. Nobody has confirmed it, and everybody who talked about it said they don't believe the report.
No, the report, I believe the report. The only part I question is why the hell would you put that out now? Who are you trying to hurt? It ain't the Bears. Because the Bears, if they were trying to hurt them.
Well, who put it out, and why didn't they put it out then?
Yeah, I don't know. Whoever did it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you? Maybe it's some enemy he's got.
Maybe it's Russell Wilson's team. Russell Wilson's team just douchey enough. Yeah.
Maybe it's the NFL. Same team.
No.
The same
maybe it was Diesel, Ace.
His 5-year option. Yeah.
If it was me, I would have told y'all about it the week that it happened that I knew about it. I would have been screaming it right then and there. Look at him. He don't want to listen to these guys.
He don't want to listen to Nick Foles.
He don't want to listen to the ginger and Nick Foles.
And the ginger. Yeah.
But yeah,
who's backup quarterback?
Why they releasing it now? It's quite puzzling.
Well, Ace just said
whoever the source is.
The league is in collusion not to pay all these players that 5th year, those options. The Players Association signed a dumb deal with that, with that rookie deal, and they're all learning now that none of these players, bro, are getting their 5th year option. Like literally, damn near none of them.
Yeah, that's we have to do a thing to see like based on the positions, who's getting their 5th year options and who aren't, because it depends on where they were drafted,
the color,
and based on where they were drafted is that contract, and then whatever that 5th year is that particular amount. So
they have to be drop dead gorgeous.
Leave it to him. Yeah, leave it to him to say that.
I mean, the stats are proving it. They got to be drop dead gorgeous to get the 5th year option. I think we had the.
He's not going to look at it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna give you the data. The people, all them quarterbacks from Fields' draft, I don't think none of them getting a 5th year option except what Trevor Lawrence is like. The only one. He's the only one. All of them dudes. None of them, I think, got 5th year options.
week 2, you guys, we got Bears at Texans. That's Lovie Smith's former team, and they got a good quarterback there. All right,
They got good
that's
everything.
a 5:20 Sunday night game, I think, but it's at 5:20 p.m. Who y'all got? Well, that's yeah, it's 5:20 my time, so yes, that's national TV. So, who y'all got? Who you got, Ace?
I'm gonna go with the playoff team on that game, and
What?
yeah.
Well, who
We're
would you have
going.
picked if we had Justin Fields?
I'm going with the playoff team in that damn game.
Even if we had Justin Fields and traded down and had all the other players you wanted to do?
If we
If
were
he's
loaded like
going
we
for the
wanted,
playoff team right now, he damn sure would have went for the playoff team if Fields was there. That's no question.
no. Yeah, I'd have.
Isn't that
a
a good question? I thought that was a good question.
No, it's not a good
I would
question.
have a more experienced quarterback going against that playoff team, and so I probably would have took the Bears.
No.
Okay.
If you're taking them now, you damn sure should have took them if Fields was there. There's no doubt about it.
But he's not taking them now. Ace, who are you got in that game?
He said he's taking the
He said the playoff team. The playoff team was Houston.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If he's taking him now against this Bears team, he damn sure should have took him if Fields was there.
No,
Are you kidding?
Right.
Yes.
We would have had a shitload of players. Keenan McCardle.
Man. And Fields would have been feeling himself this year,
Are you
man.
killing me?
Yeah.
All right. He ain't gonna do nothing but try to outrun
These are who
Swift.
You got in that game.
He's gonna outrun Swift if he was on this team. He ain't trying to throw the ball.
Who you got in that game? 1.0. I'm going with, let me see. Let me look at this seriously. Bears at Texans on national TV. Caleb, that's going to, I'm going
to take, you know what? Just right now.
I'm going with the Texans too.
I'm going with the Bears. Right now, I'm going to go with the Bears.
Wow, this guy's a homer. Ace, he's become a homer.
That's some bullshit. He knows he can change his mind because it's 1.0. And by the time we get to 3.0, yeah, I'm going with Houston.
I mean, you got it.
Hey,
he's not on the fence.
Don't tell me who I should be picking.
Right.
It's y'all fucking fault for doing this shit this early. So don't tell me who I should pick.
I didn't tell you who you should pick. I just said what the result's going to be by the time we get to 3.0.
All right, we'll see. We got it all on tape. Week 3, Bears at Colts. You got 2 copper-colored quarterbacks. If what's his name ain't hurt, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, it'll be hurt in the preseason. I'm going with the Bears.
Okay. And who would you have gone with if they had JF1?
Bears.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the road.
Yep, on the road. It's in Nap. Y'all could probably get to that game and get us some footage, man. Mess around and get some tickets because people in Indiana, the KKK, they don't want to watch that college couple quarterback back there.
I think I'm going to the Colts Steelers game.
That would be it. What are you gonna wear? You gonna wear your Bears jersey or your Justin Fields?
Yeah, I'm a Bears fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Look, do you hear this, Ace? All right, who would you have gone with these if they had gone with me and Ace's plan, traded down, not got a quarterback, and if they did, we'd have got Penis and we'd have had him just, hold clipboard for this last season, and you know what I mean? But we wouldn't have done that. We actually would have got players.
No, the Colts all day. If Fields was playing, it's the Colts, baby.
Is he trolling at this point, Ace?
Yeah, he's definitely trolling.
All right.
Colts,
Bears
baby.
at Colts. I'm going to go. That's going to be a tough one, but the Bears will pull it out. Let's see. Texans. Let me change that. L. I had an L here. All right. So I got a W. We are picking the road team to win. Also, y'all, the Bears aren't underdogs in like every game either. They're picked to win a lot of these games, and they're saying this is the 3rd easiest schedule. So everything's laid out there for Caleb.
Yeah.
Been laid out there for Justin. Would have been laid out.
They say that every year.
Yeah, this is different though, Ace. I'm saying it. It's a little different.
All right.
You know what I mean?
It'll change.
All right. Rams at Bears. So you got Rams at Bears.
Coming to Chicago.
Yep, week 4.
The Rams don't like making that trip. I'm going with the Bears.
But you got a genius at quarterback, bro. I mean, at the quarterback and at the coach.
Aaron Donald retired.
Well, he's just athlete. I'm talking about you got an offensive mind in the quarterback, and they're married with the coach. They see eye to eye. That's why they got a good relationship.
Yeah.
I'm going. Well, who'd you say you're going with, Ace?
I'm going with the Bears. Aaron Donald retired. Their defense is going to be shit next year.
Okay. Ace is going with the Bears. Diesel?
Oh, Bears.
And who would you have picked if JF1 was the quarterback?
Oh, McVay, baby. Rolling with McVay.
All right. I'm going to stop asking you guys because I don't know if you guys are being serious at this point as far as if JF1 was out there. All right,
yeah,
so
I'm being serious.
These are went Bears. Rams at Bears.
You have to put up a few points to beat the Rams. With Caleb back there, they can put up some points. If Fields is back there, it's going to be a struggle.
And Diesel, if the game's close at the end, Caleb can go down there and get you some points, whereas you wouldn't have no confidence in Fields, according to the narrative, right?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
I wouldn't have had no confidence in him to bring the game.
Right.
No. Caleb, I got much he going to want to get at them people from L.A. back when he was at USC. Yeah.
All right. Panthers at Bears, Ace.
Oh, my gosh. Definitely Bears.
You're going Bears. Diesel?
Oh, Bears.
Okay, Diesel. Now, if JF1 was there and we had traded down and got all this talent and had all these players around them, would they have won that game?
Man, it'll be close. They probably would win. It'll get, they'll have
Now, you do know Bilbo Bajan beat this team last year on the road.
Yeah, but if it was Fields, it would have been a struggle. Okay. So it would be a struggle if he was here.
We're going to keep listening to this guy trolling.
Yeah, he's trolling.
There ain't no trolling. This is the real deal, buddy. They'd have still won, but it'd have been close at the end.
All right. He ain't said nothing about the closeness of any of these games, but when it's Fields, it's a nail biter whenever he wins. Nail biter.
Yep, ain't gonna be no blowouts. You can hang that up.
All right, so we got Drop Dead Gorgeous Jags at Bears, October 13th.
October 13th. Jags coming to Chicago.
Playoff team, Ace. You like to go with the playoff teams.
Yeah, they got to come to Chicago. Play on our field.
Is that game in London? I know we're overseas.
It is.
Oh,
it is.
I'm going to Jaguars.
It's a home game for us, but it's overseas.
Last year we had 9 road games. This year on our 9 road game season, the league decides to stick Papa Bear Hallis over in London somewhere. They just screw the Bears every chance they get.
Every opportunity. I'm going with the Jags.
Wow.
With the 8 a.m. London start, whatever the hell they got going. Why are we playing in London?
With that international money.
Yeah, you can get they're still watching the damn games here.
Diesel. It's 1.0, guys. It's 1.0.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears. They want that money from
this guy. Diesel has picked
money.
This is
pretty soon they'll try to drop a damn
Diesel's got the Bears undefeated.
This is like opposite. Right, this is opposite from you guys last year. This is hilarious. All right. We're gonna roll with it. All right. So me in that game, I'm gonna roll with Diesel though. I ain't tripping.
First international game over. Yeah.
That's messed up. That is over there, man. Yeah. That is messed up. That's messed up. All right, I'm gonna give it to the Jags. Bro. And I think if Justin Fields was playing Diesel, I would definitely go with the Bears in that game because it's close in my mind as a 1.0. But if JF1 was playing and we had picked that kid from Ohio State and we still had all that draft capital out there, and then got some starters, for the moving off Caleb. We'd have been able to move off Caleb and let his clock be reset. You know what I mean?
If Fields was playing and we were over there, he gonna have about 3 turnovers that game. We wouldn't win it. No, sir.
Man, that would have been redemption for JF1 too, Ace. You know what I mean? For the guy who's
Go out
drafted
there.
over him.
He
Yeah.
had 2 fumbles and a pick, or
He
2
would have went
picks
over there
and
and
a
shoved it
fumble.
right up his bum.
One or the other. 2 picks and a fumble, or 2 fumbles and a pick.
Oh, y'all, wow, man. These guys, wow. I'm going to miss these conversations. Well, we're still going to be able to talk about it because there's going to be times when Fields plays for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Comes out there, throws for 4 touchdowns, rushes for 140 yards in 2 quarters. And let's see what Diesel has to say.
I'm really looking for Pittsburgh to probably not play him.
Well, you're going to try to outrun their running back, you know.
They'll probably play him after it gets to the point where the Bears can't escalate the trade clause and get a 4th rounder. So once they're in a position where he can't play 51% of the games, they'll put him out there.
Caleb goes home, you guys, to DC to play the Commanders. That game is going to be 10 a.m. my time, so early game your time. Who y'all got in that game? Ace?
I'll take the Bears on that road game.
Caleb going home with the distractions. Diesel, he's a rookie. He's going back to Chocolate City, which is known to, be Sweet Chocolate City. That's what they should call it.
Some kind of
yeah, he might get distracted out there at the generator. You know what I mean? You don't know.
I'm gonna give it to the Commanders.
What? Their first loss, Diesel, is on for the distractions, huh?
Are you kidding me? He's gonna beat the brakes off from some.
He's gonna be too engulfed in a family gathering. Not gonna help him out.
Full of himself, undefeated, huh? He'll be full of himself by the end.
Not gonna help him.
He gonna tell his dad, "F you, F y'all, I'm God. Do y'all know who I am?" He's undefeated at this point coming home. I walk on water. I move mountains. All right, Diesel got an L there. First, that's crazy.
First L against the Commanders. Okay.
I actually got the Bears, and if JF1 was there, he would have won that game too. And did you guys hear? I know Diesel didn't hear, but did you hear what the quarterback from Texans said about the whole JF1 situation? He said he ain't knocking Caleb. He sounded just like me, Diesel. He said, why couldn't the Bears have just done all of that for JF1?
Why couldn't they?
That's the only thing everybody's asking.
That's all.
That's all. Now he's a quarterback.
He wasn't
Well, apparently he didn't look at the length of time that he had there, because it takes time to make all those moves to get people. And if you don't feel that he's going to help your team with them additions that they got, then you don't re-sign him. He's not worth no $25 million or whatever they would have had to pay him.
That's peanuts.
Here you go.
That's why. He's not worth it.
They didn't even have to re-sign him this year. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are acting like this is his fit. Like they didn't even have to do that this year.
Well,
Pittsburgh didn't,
but they could have took Stroud last year.
Yeah.
And what would you have been saying?
Nobody knew Stroud was going to be a stud except for me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you think Stroud would have done better last season at the helm?
For the Bears?
Yeah, with the same team.
Yes.
How many wins do you think that team would have had last year? Stroud at the helm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because we got 7.
Listen, it'd probably been 9 or 10. The quarterback position would not have been a question after the end of this past season. That's the whole point. You would have been saying, we got our quarterback.
Okay. So has CJ Stroud, because I know this is what I would want. It's not fair for you, but I'm asking both of y'all. I would love to ask the meatheads in the local media. If CJ Stroud had been a Bear, because they were saying, Ace, this is a generational quarterback. If CJ Stroud had done that, would we still have moved off him to reset the clock and then got Caleb? We still could have done that.
No. You wouldn't.
But if Caleb's your guy.
If CJ Stroud was your guy last year, you don't even talk. That's your franchise guy at least 10 years.
So if Justin had won 9 or 10 games and they hadn't blown those games and he hadn't gotten hurt, if Justin had won 9 games, would you still say the same thing?
Yeah, because the way that he would have won them still wouldn't have shown that he's your quarterback of the future. I doubt if he would have won a couple of more games, it still wouldn't have been convincing that
I see what you're saying, because he'd have been running around like Vince Evans.
Yes, yes.
That's what this comes back to. That's what it comes back to.
If you take C.J. Stroud last year, we probably wouldn't have been we would
going to those bumps.
No, we wouldn't have traded that pick last year. So if we would have took him, we wouldn't have traded the pick.
True.
So
we wouldn't even be in a position to have Caleb in the first place.
Exactly.
That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, touche on that. Cards at Bears, Ace. And that is a game at 1:05 p.m., which is 3:05 Central, November 3rd.
Oh, it's Marvin Harrison coming to Chicago. No, he didn't get drafted by now.
Marvin Harrison's not going to lace up and play. He's not even joining Union. Marvin Harrison's on something else. He's still mad as dad, allegedly. Go ahead. We're not going to talk about that. We're not on TATN, but go ahead. Nobody's talking about it, though.
Arizona is not going to beat the Bears in Chicago.
So you got the Bears.
Bears W.
Diesel.
Oh, Caleb, he'll be back. He'll be back in his right state of mind.
And I'm in agreement with you, gentlemen. He said Caleb will be back. He said he'll start listening to his dad again, huh? After the blowout, after crying in his mama's lap, because you know he's gonna cry in his mama's lap. Let's see. Big ups to his mom. I mean, it's okay to show emotion. Any kid out there listening, nobody's saying men don't cry. Nobody's saying that.
Caleb,
time and place if you can control it, though. And you're the leader of men. And you're a quarterback. You know what I mean?
I don't think he'll be crying in the NFL.
Yeah, if you're a Marine and you're running out there and you just, you're storming the ops land. Nobody wants to see you crying out there in the middle of the battlefield. It's time and place. Now, once you get back to the barracks, you want to snicker up and cry. That's fine. Same thing if you're in the penal system. You can cry in your bunk. Nobody wants to see you crying out there.
You can't cry in jail.
No, in the mess hall, they took your food and you just start crying.
Yeah, you just can't cry there. Somebody's gonna run up your bum.
Yeah,
crying in the penitentiary.
They're gonna Sandusky you. All right, so we had cards at Bears. It was actually Bears at Cardinals. My fault, y'all. Does that change anything? I'm so sorry. Bears.
Oh yes, is that no? That's November. Yeah.
Does that change anything for y'all?
Nah.
Diesel?
Nope.
All right, me either. All right, you got the Patriots, November 10th. It's a noon game in Chicago.
They're really gonna suck.
Patriots at Bears.
Yeah, Bears.
Who's their quarterback?
They drafted the drop dead gorgeous kid out of North Carolina.
Drake
May. Yeah. That's the one Hugo wants. Hugo loves Drake May.
Yeah, he loves him. Yeah.
Diesel, who you going with, Drake May or Caleb?
Caleb.
Okay. Damn, this is getting actually scary. It is. I feel y'all both on how this is early because, man, this is getting scary as a Bears fan. I should be happy with all these picks, but I'm still upset because all these W's I'm picking, I would have picked them if my man was at the helm.
For sure.
No, you wouldn't. If he was at the helm, you'd have came to your senses and been like, man,
this is his MVP season in my mind.
I want to pick him, but you know what? I just can't count on him like that.
You give him a Hall of Fame damn wide receiver and a damn rookie, future Hall of Fame wide receiver, and DJ Moore, and a running back, and
three Hall of Fame receivers, bro.
Come on, man.
And a new offensive coordinator who's going to have a 2 tight end and going to get him behind center.
They would have been rushing to go and try to get in the Hall of Fame after this season because they would have been tired of playing with his ass, not getting the ball. You'd have had all them receivers and tight ends. Like, man, can you get us the ball? They'll be wide open, but he ain't going to do nothing but look at them and then take off running.
One thing I want to point out about our schedule, we're all the way up to, I think this is week 8, and we haven't had a division game. This leads to the Cheese, the FGB at Bears at noon on November 17th. Ace.
Yeah.
This is where Diesel and all you Caleb fans out there, this is where Caleb will have the opportunity, even if, because I have him like 9-1, I think so far, or whatever, 7-1. This is where he would have the opportunity to win my heart.
Yeah.
Where it wouldn't matter to me if he came out there in a G string and a halter top.
FGB, I'm going with the Bears.
Okay.
I don't give a damn who's out there quarterback. He could be hurt, and Bilbo can be out there.
Yeah, man. But the Pack take that rivalry seriously. I ain't even heard.
Yeah. Well, Caleb is going to take it seriously too.
He is. Caleb is going to take that seriously. He sure is, and so is Roma Doomsday. Yeah.
Mahomes.
I told you the kids growing on me.
Who you going with, Diesel, in the Pack game?
Oh, I thought you said they playing the Chiefs.
No, it's the Cheese, the FGB, the Packers at Bears.
Where they at? Packers at Bears?
Yeah, noon. It's a noon game. First divisional game for your boy.
Against the Green Bay Fudge.
You've been talking about him for 2 years. You've been talking about Caleb. And then he starts saying, I was talking about Jaden Daniels once he saw the halter tops in the
Well,
Caleb didn't win back-to-back Heisman.
I didn't realize he was over there at LSU. I didn't realize that. But all distractions aside, if they're at home, I'm going with the Packers. J Love, baby. J Love. The Bears will probably get out to a nice little lead, and then they're going to come back. Slicing and dicing.
Yeah, that's all. That was last year.
It's the same thing. They can do the same thing.
No.
All right. I'm thinking all the talent we have. We'll have all those games to, tune up. By this time, Caleb should be processing, getting the man out of the huddle, having an understanding. By then, Velas Jones, we ran some footage on Velas Diesel before you came in here. You guys are going to eat crow about Velas. The special teams coordinator and coach was talking about Velas and how he expects great things from Velas Jones.
Oh, yeah.
It was Velas' birthday, too. Yeah, he turned 32.
When last time he went to the doctor?
Velas turned 32. He's eligible for AARP.
Did he get his treatment? That's what I want to know. No, he needs treatment. Because until he cures that fumbleitis, he's not going to do anything.
He's the next Devin Hester.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
They changed the rules.
Hall of Fame. God. All right, but I'm going to go with. Ooh, this is tough, man. It's the Pack game, and I will never pick the Pack ever. So this is all emotional. I'm going with the Bears. It's all emotional. It's not based upon anything. All right. I'll admit it. You guys can't. Vikes at Bears. We got the Vikes back-to-back division games. This one's at noon, and I think it's November 24th. That's some sort of holiday out there, ain't it?
The Sunday before. It's a short week for the Bears. It's Sunday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
They go to Detroit on Thursday. But I'm going with the Bears. The Vikings are going to absolutely stink.
Even they got that drop dead quarterback, Vincent McCartney, or whatever his name is. Trevor McCartney.
JJ? Yeah, he'll be hurt. He'll be hurt. I'm going with the Bears.
Diesel, you got two rookie quarterbacks. The game is at Chicago.
Bears, the defense will tighten up on his ass. They'll tighten up his ass real quick. Let him know this ain't no big fucking team. Tighten him up real quick.
But they're not going to do that to Caleb and let him know that this ain't the weaker.
No, he wouldn't care. He came from Big 12, Pac-10, Big 12. He don't care about that stuff. He just playing.
He's generational.
Yeah, he's a savant. He's probably on the what's that scale, Ace?
Yeah, spectrum.
Yeah. And your girl, who you like, Mia Ling, or whatever her name, Diesel, she's on Caleb's ass already. She's talking about, can he stand in process? Can he not, hold the ball? Can he not fumble? Same way they were talking about Justin Fields, Ace. It's starting already.
Yeah, they don't want Chicago to have a copper-colored quarterback, even though they're light-skinned, but,
He's going to have some turnovers as a rookie. Now, the thing is
he's generational.
Can he overcome his turnovers are still.
I don't want to hear this. So far, you got him under 9 and what week is it? But I hear you. He better not be fumbling. He better be overcoming.
But he's gonna have some turnovers now. Whether they fumbles or picks.
All right.
Hey,
Bears and Lions. This is interesting. And 9:30 a.m. Damn, it's 11:30 a.m. your time.
It's trap game.
November 28th. That's the Thanksgiving game he's talking about when they were giving black people who now they're considered $5 Indians allegedly in our history, but those were Africans, and they gave them those blankets with allegedly with smallpox. This is what we're celebrating: smallpox murders,
Small blocks Thursday,
genocide of Africans. That all being said, Ace, Bears and Lions, tough one, man, tough one.
That's a trap game. I'm going with the Lions on that game.
Ace buddy.
Ace is giving
Not
us
me.
What?
No, sir.
You going with? Wait a minute. You going with the rookie?
We was handling the fucking Lions last year until fucking Fields couldn't do shit in the fourth quarter.
That was the defense that screwed that game.
Handling his ass.
Was Fields playing the first 3 quarters? Threw for almost 400 yards that game.
I don't know what he threw for. I just know he couldn't get a first down in the fourth quarter when we needed it.
Your head coach blew the damn game, and
the defense blew the game too.
Nah,
they got out to a lead.
When you get a first down, the game's over. He couldn't get us a first down.
That was one of the best. That was the best game of the season.
Thank God he's not there for me to have to pick with him there, so it makes it easy. Rolling with Caleb. Now
he's still bashing the guy. He tells us to get over it. He tells us to get over it.
No, because I'm letting you know we had him last year, so we'll have him again this year. So the difference is going to be.
So if we had Fields in this game, you would be going with Detroit.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Ace. You were saying something. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
We got the same damn coach. Luckily, we got a new offensive coordinator and some talent on the some more talent in the wide receiver room, tight end, and running backs room. So that'll make the head coach look better, even though he's still an idiot.
All right. We got a 3:25 p.m. game on December 8th. Your Bears are traveling out here to the left coast, a little bit north, though, Silicon Valley area, Smokeland. Bears are going to the 49ers. Ace, who you got in that game? You got, Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant against Mr. Relevant. You heard it first here. Mr. Irrelevant versus Mr. Relevant. That's how that game should be built.
Hey, that's a tough game. Going out to the left coast.
Left coast. We got a lot of trap games, man. They talking about for the third easiest schedule. We in London, and we playing Thanksgiving against Detroit, who plays it every year, but they tend to lose it. But go ahead.
I'd have to go with the 49ers at home. Sitting there waiting for the Bears to fly all the way to California.
Wait a minute, Ace. So now, seriously, ask yourself a question. If JF1 was there and we had done all the things that you wanted, you were the GM, who would you pick in this game?
I'd still take the 49ers in that game.
All right. I don't think Diesel believes you.
No, I don't believe him. He talks that nonsense. He's picking Fields every damn game. Now,
last year he had him at 14-3 last year.
I'm taking the gold rush over the Bears. And if Fields was there, I'd take the gold rush 2-touchdown spread. They'd cover 14 easy if Fields was there.
And what would be the over-under on Fields' passing yards?
Oh, no, he ain't getting more than 150.
Damn.
He's not getting more than 150.
With all the talent around him and blocking and everything? Are you serious?
Man, he's going to try to run. Listen, he'll try to run for 150 before he try to pass for it. I don't care who is receiving. He's not trying to pass. Well, you go look up his stats of his passing yards every game since he was in the league. Man, he stayed under 200 yards, or he stayed under 200, 150, several games.
Who was he throwing to, Ace?
He was throwing
I don't care. Bilbo Badgett passed for more every time he quarterback.
He got him a number one. He got him a number one wide receiver last year.
That's right.
1,300 yards.
And Bilbo Bajan was playing against bum teams, and if Fields would have played
game.
against those teams, he'd have thrown over 250 yards those games too.
Oh,
man,
my
come on, bro. Context matters. They didn't let Fields play against the Panthers. He wanted to play, and that's because they were conspiring against him. If they wanted to evaluate him, they lied and said it wouldn't be fair to him to have him out there, and he's not 100%, so we can evaluate him. It would have been fair. They set him up, and I will never forget Poles for that. That's right. He's a Bear. Now, Caleb may be a better quarterback overall, but he may not be a better football player like what Ace is suggesting here. He may not be an overall, better leader, but we'll see. And I hope you guys are right, Dizo. I honestly pray you guys are right because this is where we are right now. You know what I mean? All right. So now, Bears at Vikes. This is going to be Vikings. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Bears at Vikes, December 16th. That's a 7 p.m. game in Chicago. Bears at Vikes. Ace?
You said in Minnesota, right?
Yeah. They're playing in a dome, which you guys want in Chicago.
I want the retractable. I don't want to drop the other 200 million and get the retractable.
Yeah, why not drop the 200 million? State's paying for it anyway.
Well, the Bears fans always count the Bears' money. They don't want to pay a quarterback $25 million, even though they didn't have to pay him the $25 million to keep him for one more season. They had to pay him $4 million.
$4 million.
Anyway, in Minnesota, that game is going to be real important. Well, not according to Dizo's predictions. They're already in the playoffs. But I'm going with the Bears to beat the Vikings twice this year.
Wow. JF1 was playing. Who would you have in that game?
Definitely the Bears.
Okay. Dizo?
Oh, Bears gonna win.
JF1 was playing. Who would you have in that game?
Oh, McCarthy all day, baby. The rookie. Rookie.
Yeah, he's trolling. All right.
No, I ain't trolling. The rookie, they
all right.
Trust me, he's not gonna turn the ball over like Fields would.
Yeah, they got one of the best secondaries in the NFL. You think they're gonna just let that guy throw the ball all around? Come on.
Now, McCarthy's a winner. He can process. By this time, he'd be, processing better. They do have a good team, They
don't have a running back.
I'm happy they moved off of the other quarterback. Bears at Vikes, just kind of for how it's going. If I had to pick it, I'm going to stick with y'all, and I'm going to go with the Bears if I was putting my money on it. Bears at Vikes. Lions at Bears, December 22nd at noon Chicago time. Lions at Bears.
Yeah, dome team.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, we're going to beat the brakes off the Lions.
And he just got a new contract.
Who gives a damn?
So Ace is going Bears. D's up.
Let's talk about that damn contract.
The Lions that game.
Yeah, everybody justified it. The media just swept it under the table. What's that, Ace? D's up?
I'm gonna take the Lions. They overpaid for him because he's not that good of a quarterback to be paying those.
Man, if I was them, I would have wanted to pay him, and I'd have been trying to get JF1.
They still will.
He'd have vendetta. He would have had vendetta against the Bears, bro.
I'd have made him. Agent.
Yeah, I'd have made him your. But you just signed him all that money.
So.
Those billionaires aren't going to spend. You're not going to. Those billionaires.
They say JF1's he's a backup quarterback. So
true.
You can sign him for about what, $50 million as your backup. Yeah, I'm making the move.
No, they don't want him. He can't throw. They don't want him.
You kidding me? This is gonna be the hottest free agent in the NFL.
Golf ain't listen. Golf ain't shit to write home about.
They just gave him $200 million.
Like I said, they overpaid that dude. He's not worth that. But
okay.
Fields,
Justin wasn't worth $4 million. Huh?
He's worth right around that if you want him. If you want him, but he
troll.
I mean, he he can't throw. So why you want to put him in an offense where you're gonna have to make reads off of the play action and stuff and hit people with timing routes?
They never let him try. They never developed it. They just made dumbass decisions that he can't do.
He's not capable of it, bro.
Justin running around with those two running backs and Amon-Ra at wide receiver and the tight end they got, they'll be killing the Bears.
Yeah. He showed you he can run that when he had his back to the defense running that play action. That shit was cold whenever they ran that. And on time it broke down is when some jackass they bring a little person out there. They bring Velus Jones out there and say, go block Aaron Donald. Yeah. You know, that's the only time it wasn't working. You have Velus Jones or Cole Kmet missing blocks on purpose because he was a company plant, missing blocks on purpose and whiffing and letting balls be intercepted and then coming out there and talking in between the lines against Justin Fields.
Yeah, he still is. He
probably got a lot of excuses for him.
He probably put the story out there about the damn
that was him. About him not listening to the ginger and the other bum. All right, Seattle at Bears, you guys. Seattle at Bears. Who's the quarterback in Seattle? Did they draft anybody or are they still going with I mean, come on.
They signed somebody.
They should have kept Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I have no interest in the Seattle. Yeah, the Bears.
Diesel?
Where are they playing it?
It's at the Bears and it's at 7:15 p.m. on December.
National TV.
Wait a minute, something's wrong. How the hell they playing the Lions on December 22nd?
And
then they
got
the
28th.
What?
Yeah, one is a Thanksgiving game. So
they play the Lions on November 28th.
The schedule. Let me show you. Let me share this screen. Yeah, let me see. Show what I'm looking at. Desktop 2. Look at this. Is this the right schedule, right? Lions at Bears, December 22nd, 10 a.m.
Yeah, that's the second game.
What do you mean? It's right. So you're telling me then they play Seattle 2 days later? I think that must be a flex game.
What day they got for Seattle?
December 26th. And this is
yeah, that's a Thursday night.
Oh, damn. Yeah, easy schedule my ass. Seattle at Bears on a short week. Yep, Thursday night game. Ooh, wee. And they still picked the Bears.
Yeah.
Diesel?
They're at home or on the road?
It's at Bears, and it's 7:15. It's a Thursday night game, bro.
Bears.
You can run Bilbo out there for that.
So we got Bears. You guys, boy, this Bilbo.
Or Austin Reeves from the LA Lakers. He's the undrafted free agent quarterback they got to be holding the clipboard. He can run him out there to play the Seahawks.
Well, I got that as a loss.
All right.
Yeah, I got that as a loss. If Justin was playing, they definitely win that game. He'd be more experienced and, able to pull him through in a pinch at the end with all that talent around him.
Able to pull him through.
Yeah, in down the stretch. Defense won't be blowing games.
He never pulls them through.
Because he was playing with the worst. Because he was playing with the worst defense in NFL history for the last 2 years. Definitely in Chicago Bears history. Not last season. They turned the corner. Yes. Do I need
one of the worst wide receiver rooms?
His second season and his third season, their defense was garbage. We were giving up like 45 points a game. Do you not remember that?
Man, I'm talking about last year. What did he do? Nothing.
Man, he got hurt and they were almost
10.
a 500 team. A couple of games would have went another way.
Well, let's look at what he passed. Let's look at what he passed for each game last season. Tell me
he didn't have talent. Don't you understand?
One minute you say, "Oh, he had a number one receiver," then the next minute he didn't have talent. He had a number one receiver and a very good tight end. Let's see what he passed for.
Why are people expecting the Bears to win this season? It ain't just Caleb. The first thing out their mouth is that the Bears have put Caleb in the best position in almost any quarterback who's been drafted in history.
If he had the same team as Fields had last year, I guarantee you they'd have won more games than Fields.
How many?
Yes. At least 2, which would have got him in the playoffs and damn near won a division.
That was the coach's fault.
No, that's Phil's fault. He the one looking at wide open people not throwing the ball.
They had a .003%
wait,
of losing those
and
3
not
games.
pump faking when he coming out there.
None of that.
He wasn't doing that.
He can run like a damn antelope, but he
None
can't
of that
pump
was the
fake
coach's fault. We got to
to get
Somebody
the lions
barely,
up off
hey,
of
hey,
him.
Diesel, somebody barely touched his ankle on the end. He falls down. He's a half inch short of the first. I saw
Wait a
a
minute,
lot of
listen to this. 216, 211,
that.
282,
Uh-huh.
99.
Go ahead. Let him read
This
it.
was his highlight of the season.
No, read all the numbers.
335,
Okay.
282. After that, you can hang it up. 217,
That had nothing to do with the
223,
offensive staff that all got fired.
166, 170, 268, and 148.
Now, if you look at those numbers and look at something, that 148 is not good. But like Minnesota, you look at some of those teams and look at what other quarterbacks were doing against them, it would be similar numbers. And that's the things y'all don't do. But when it's a black guy, you just look at numbers and say, when he played against 85 Bears, he only threw 450 yards. And when he played against,
you know what? You always say if it's a black guy. Say if it was a good quarterback or a bad quarterback. That's where you make the distinction. Good quarterback would have did this. Bad quarterback would have done what he did.
I hope y'all listen.
Done what he did.
Yeah.
My God.
I hope America's hearing this.
Yeah. All right. Terrible offensive coaching staff, and they all got fired.
All fired. The whole fire. All right.
All of them.
Ace, we got Bears at FGB. Bears at Stinky Limburger
quarterback,
Cheese.
And he got fired. Now,
this is January 5th on J5. Yo to the Noops. This game is Bears at Packers. The time is to be determined. I think it's flexi. Bears at Packers. Last game of the season. Oh man. Ooh, wait. It might mean something.
We paid the Packers the last game of the season last year.
Yeah,
and the first.
It's all crap. Bears. We're going with the Bears.
You're going with the Bears. All right. Wait. Before you go,
that
Diesel.
Ain't the last game of the season, is it?
Yeah, January 5th. Diesel, Ace.
Wait a minute. Detroit twice, Minnesota. Yeah, I guess it is.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it. Ace, if JF1 was in that game, you got him finally getting over the Packers hump?
No.
Yeah. Last game of the season?
Yeah.
In Chicago, absolutely.
No. Wait a minute. Is it the one? Yeah. So I think I picked the Bears when they the first game against the Packers. Where were they playing it? In Green Bay or here?
It was at Bears.
Chicago.
You picked the Pack to win. You picked the Pack to win.
All right. So yeah. So if they're in Green Bay, I'm taking the Bears. What the hell is he doing, man?
I don't know. You got to mute it.
Yeah, if it's in I took the opposite of each one. So if they were at Chicago, I'm taking Green Bay, and when they're in Green Bay, I'm taking the Bears.
So you got okay. Well, thank God. Okay, so this game in Green Bay, the last game, you got Bears.
Yes.
All right, and I got Bears as well. This is interesting, gentlemen. So right here on 1.0, these guys got 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, 8-2, 9-2, 10-2, 10-3, 11-3, 11-4. 12-4. All right. Diesel's got 13-4. And this is, you guys, again, this is 1.0. Nobody's, putting their rent on this or anything. We're not going to hold anybody accountable for any of this because there's a lot more to do. Ace's tally was, let's see, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2. 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2, 9-2, 9-3, 9-4, 10-4, 11-4, 12-4, 13-4. All right, they both come up with the same number. This is interesting because these guys, they rarely agree on. One's a homer, and the other one, I don't know if he's just a troll, but they come up with the same number. All right, and then I had 1-0, 1-1. 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 5 and 2, 6 and 2, 7 and 2, 8 and 2, 9 and 2, 9 and 3, 9 and 4, 10 and 4, 11 and 4, 11 and 5, 12 and 5, and then this last game I got them winning. Something's wrong. How is it 12 and 5? Hold on. Let me recount mine. All right, 9. I got 1 and 0, 1 and 1, 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 2, 5 and 2, 6 and 2, 7 and 2, 8 and 2, 9 and 2, 9 and 3, 9 and 4, 10 and 4, 11 and 4, 11 and 5, 12 and what the fuck? I can't get my number. Y'all's numbers came out right.
Yeah, your numbers ain't coming out right because you're thinking too much about damn Fields. So that's your problem. Get them off your brain, and then you can maybe come up with some accurate numbers.
Yeah, you guys talk. I'll finish the tally. And what's going on with Ace? Ace, did you get all that noise? Stop. Let me do this tally, and then I'll come up with the
he ain't
number.
got the noise. He ain't got all of that noise to stop me.
He
got a lot of static because he's on that field stuff too. So the system just bleep him out.
1 and 0, 1 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 2. I see what I did. 3 and 3, 4 and 3, 5 and 3, 6 and 3, 7 and 3, 8 and 3, 8 and 4, 8 and 5, 9 and 5, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, 11 and 6, 12 and 6. I must have voted twice on one. Oh, this really sucks.
Did you cover Scottie Sheffler?
That's what we're about to do. Yeah, go ahead and let's go into that, Diesel. Scottie Sheffler. Go ahead. So what's your take on that? One thing I'm gonna say is he was driving his marked Lexus courtesy vehicle toward Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville. Due to a pedestrian fatality investigation, traffic was backed up for about a mile in both directions on the primary access road. Detective Brian Gillis, directing tournament, he's copper colored, stopped Sheffler in the westbound lane. According to 12, Sheffler refused to comply, accelerated forward, dragging Detective Gillis to the ground for 10 to 25 yards. Detective Gillis suffered injuries to his wrists and knee and damage to his uniform pants. Sheffler was charged with second-degree assault of 12, which is a felony. Take.
They were pretty adamant about what he did because they were like, if you've seen those cameras, because the guy, one of the reporters for, I think he was for ESPN, was there, and he was recording, and he seen them put the handcuffs on him or whatever. And when he tried to ask him, like, what, they was like, he's going to jail. It was like, no ifs, no ands, no buts, do not pass go. You going directly to jail. So whatever he did, it was to the point where the police were upset. So, yeah, now, it's not like, the accident that occurred, he didn't have nothing to do with the accident. He was just trying to go around, just go around wherever they had set up and just disobeying whatever the rules were that they were giving to people amidst that accident that was out there. So, almost like if there's an accident on the expressway and, you got IDOT or whatever out there covering up, and if they got one lane open or all of the lanes closed and somebody's trying to go around it, and then they happen to hit a worker or a cop or something and drag them a little bit, yeah, you'd be offended, ticked off too. So he gonna have to deal with whatever he did. Now, what's funny to me is, so he gets out, he got booked or whatever, he gets out. I guess you didn't have to pay a bond. I don't know. I don't recall them saying, but the PGA just let him go play the tournament. Like it was no big thing. Just go, he went, made it to because of the weather, it was delayed like an extra hour. So it worked in his favor where he could go play the second round. But I don't know what the PGA's policies are in regards to if you're getting in trouble or some kind of trouble off the course. What type of action do they take if they allow you to still play the tournament or whatever? Apparently, they don't have much action because he still played. He still played amidst them
Drop
charges or
dead
whatever.
gorgeous.
Like nothing at all. So he still played, but he don't have to tell you them cops. It was like they was like, nah, they were standing on it. Like, nope, no, he's going to jail. He knows what he did. Like it wasn't necessary. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, one thing, and that was well said. And before we get more into this, you guys, 13-4 was Diesel, 13-4 was Ace, and then I had 12-5. So when you like average it out, we got the over under for the Bears at 12.67. So essentially, 12 and a
They won the
half.
Super Bowl, I guess, huh?
Hey, this is, I guess.
New Orleans, that was the last time we won.
Yes. I guess. But Diesel, he brought up a lot of good points. I'm gonna give 12's version, then I'll throw it to you, Ace. 12 says Scottie Sheffler was driving his Mark Lexus courtesy vehicle. Okay, we did that. All right, Sheffler's version. Sheffler claimed Diesel he was proceeding as directed by police officers, said he's misremembering, and he just had some confusion out there as to what they were asking him to do, and he said he didn't even know they were cops. He's alleging, like, I guess he just thought he was a black guy jumping on his car. I mean, this is crazy to me, but he stated there was a misunderstanding about what he thought he was being asked to do. Sheffler never intended to disregard instructions. The details of how the copper-colored guy was dragged to the ground remain unclear. In summary, he's facing these charges, including second-degree assault of 12, reckless driving, and disregarding signals from 12. That's a felony. Was preferential treatment given out there?
Well, once they figure out, now that I know it was a copper-colored officer that was dragged by Scottie Sheffler. I get it's about a week. It'll be swept under the rug, and all these charges will be dropped. Might go down to a misdemeanor, do some community service, and it'll be over. Now, had it been Tiger Wu, he'd be on trial like maybe OJ. But
that's just funny. I saw the pundits, even when I saw First Take cover it. They had the guy who was on the scene. It was different than how I felt they would have done if that was some sort of color. Now, given Sheffler's prompt, because it seems like the media would have wanted to take that as an opportunity to make that money how they be making when they troll us. And they always did these things. Like anything could be flared up or flared down. And so now it seems the emphasis is all on his account as opposed to the police. Now, given Sheffler's prompt release from jail, I think, like Diesel said, he was released an hour later. It might have been even 2 hours, but I mean, you go into a county jail and get processed in and out. He never even saw a judge. They just ended up releasing him on his own recognizance for that,
Yeah.
But I guess, he doesn't have a criminal history, so I guess, but that's crazy.
He's drop dead gorgeous. And somebody made the call down to the police station, like, you got the number one golfer in the world down there under these trumped up charges you guys have made up. Like, well,
Well, I know
we got who
on the scene. They didn't care. They were like, "No, he going to
jail."
jail."
Yeah, that's on the scene. Those guys don't matter.
Yeah, they didn't care who he was. It's like,
those
no,
are the boots on the ground guys.
But when he got in the station, and I don't know what they're in Kentucky, so I ain't sure, and Louisville. So
do you think Kyrie would have got out of jail that quick in order to play a playoff game?
No, absolutely not. They called the police chief, they called the mayor, they called whoever the hell they needed to call, and like, you got the number one golfer in the world. He's drop dead gorgeous. He's got a damn tee time. What are you doing? You want us back next year, or you want this to be over with?
Okay, it's unfair to say Kyrie, but kind of. But what if it was LeBron? What if it was LeBron or
Ant-Man? Tiger. Say Tiger. If it was Tiger, he would have been out. He'd have been out the same way.
No,
you know why? Yes, he would. You know why?
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would, man. Viewership. That's big for them. People watching, and they know
like
that's
Tiger
the league.
too.
Hold on, y'all check this out. This is indicative of the media's coverage. And why can't we hear it? Oh, yeah, y'all go ahead. My bad. I'll bring it up.
We'll go back to the incident when Tiger had with his wife. They didn't let him out in an hour. He went to jail. He got booked. He got mugshotted. And this guy, he
didn't have no incident with his wife where he went to jail. The incident he went to jail was he was sleeping on the side of the road.
Jail to the first.
Doped up.
Here we go, y'all.
And can you imagine how the crowd is going to respond to him? They will be all over in his corner, cheering for Scottie Sheffler. He's one of us. He got in trouble. He's one of us. He got in trouble. He's one of us. He got in trouble. Jail to the first tee. Wow. What a morning.
I'm just saying, y'all, that to me, he's one of us. Like, what is he talking about there? Like, is he blowing a dog whistle? Like, it's literally saying, like, if he wasn't black, and the cop is one of him, ain't he? Or he isn't because he's black. Let me hear it from you.
The cop isn't one of him because he's black. That's why this whole thing's going to be swept under the rug and the charges dropped by next week. That's it's easy to see.
I think when he was saying what the crowd is going to be saying, which they were. They were cheering him when he teed off. But he was saying he's one of us, like one of them in the crowd, like leave him, you're getting in trouble, ain't no big deal, let him go. That type of stuff. That's what he was saying. Like what a lot of people do these days when it's like people they support for whatever reason. Let him go. He's one of us. He didn't do nothing wrong. That type of stuff, So yeah, but again, if it was Tiger, I think Tiger would have been out just the same, if not quicker, because of the publicity and the viewership that you get. So the same thing. The only thing I was happy with is he played good that second round. He was right there in contention, and he bombed yesterday, and he ain't in contention. So it's cool. But yeah, he needs to whatever the chart, whatever the end game of this would be for a regular person. It should be the same end game for him.
He's not
same end game.
They're gonna drop all this crap. They might bust it down to a misdemeanor, but charging this guy with a felony, you think it's gonna continue on that same route?
No. I mean, but he did drag an officer. He disobeyed the command and
allegedly
could have hurt him. So
allegedly.
There's people right there who've seen it, but hey.
Yeah, well, you still got to have his day in court.
Yeah, if it even gets to court.
They still got to talk to the PGA. They still got to negotiate them coming back next year.
They ain't coming there. That tournament moves around. That's just, it's a revolving thing.
In the future.
3-4 years, we're going to care. They're not going to care like that, but
never know.
Nah. Last time they was at that place probably for Louisville, Kentucky, man, it was probably some years ago. There's plenty of places dying to have tournaments. So
absolutely.
I don't think that's a factor.
Many golf courses. But if that's not the only event that the PGA holds there. They hold different events in Louisville and Kentucky.
And, but it ain't gonna be at that same course. So
but what if they punish the whole city?
They don't do that. They're not gonna do that over golfer.
Over the number one golfer in the world. You don't think they would?
No, not over hit. It'd been different if it was like some controversial type stuff. It was plain and simple what he did. It's a thing. Somebody just died. I think somebody died in an accident, and that's why they had it blocked off. He was just on some
groundskeepers.
He's just like, man, I need to get there. I ain't waiting in this traffic.
Well, there was a reporter said that they waved him around, and he was 2 cars in front of Scottie Sheffler. He stopped and came back when the incident happened, and said, "Do you know who this guy is? He's the guy you hear on the videos all around." So if they waved him around, how come Scottie Sheffler didn't think they were waving him around because he had a
No. You got that a little bit. You got some borax. I just seen a rope. Hold on.
You're taking 12's version and what they said happened and what they said transpired and allegedly charged this man with. None of us was there.
No, I'm talking about. I heard what the
You
reporter
saw it.
said.
You were there.
I heard what the reporter from ESPN
wait,
who
what's
was
this about?
videotaping.
What happened?
Who was videotaping. I heard
Diesel
what he
was
said.
there.
No, he's just mad because I'm telling information that I heard. What he
Diesel
said,
was
I
there
heard
and
what
he
the
saw.
What information is that?
And whatever 12 said is what happened.
Well,
I'm talking about what the reporter said.
But
The
hold it.
reporter
This is
was right
interesting,
there,
though. But
and the police was on camera.
Here's what's interesting, though. Whenever it's
and
a
he
brother,
just dismissing it.
but whenever it's a brother, like, okay, here's what I'm saying. Whenever the victim of 12 is white and 12 is black, the victim's narrative dominates. Whenever the victim of 12 is black and 12 is white, the victim of 12 dominates in America. Why is that?
That's something you can have on another show. But that's
the show. That's essentially the show. Like, when it's a black cop, and all of a sudden, all of those golf fans, and we know who they are. Well, we don't know what's in their heart.
We don't know what's in their heart.
They're questioning how the police operate and what the hell they were doing. Is a pedestrian dead, scraping him off the ground, and let this golf player run over the police and drag him 25 feet and get him out of jail so he can play golf. That's essentially what's happening. Now, I'm just saying, I'm trying to paint a picture. If that was Tiger Woods and that cop was white and he said he got drugged by Tiger Woods, they'd be saying, oh, Tiger going crazy. He was on pills. It'd be a whole thing.
There's no way he would have made his tee time.
I think he would have. I think he would have if he was
at the top of his game.
Yeah.
If he was number one.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. He hadn't had all these mishaps that he's been going through the past recent years. He would have been out just the same.
They changed the rules when he was at the top of his game. They don't change the rules for these guys when they're dominating golf like this Scottie Sheffler is. They changed the rules, changed the courses. They changed everything when Tiger was number one.
Like Will Chamberlain, they made the 3-second rule and all that.
Yeah.
They change rules all the time, though, depending on how a person.
No, they didn't change them like they changed them when Tiger was number one in the world.
It's always when colors are dominating. They did the same thing when what's his name? Jim Brown was playing lacrosse. They changed. They got a whole bunch. I be asking lacrosse players when I come across them. They got a whole bunch of Jim Brown rules, man. He was whacking people with the stick and shit. The shit that they had been doing, but he was hurting them. You know what I mean? I don't think he liked them.
Yeah, well,
but
like a lot of people.
Now we're talking about the media coverage. We're right now. If it's Tiger, and Diesel says he thinks that Tiger at the top of his game, and it could go either way. It could go either way. Yeah, it could go either way. They could have swept it under the rug, or they could have just said, "Oh, look at this craze." Because I think the big emphasis is whenever 12 is black, whenever somebody in the military is black, they're not getting the same privileges, and this has been an issue in America since.
Consideration.
Yes. Like this golfer is saying, this black guy can't stop me.
Right.
I'll run him over.
I got an official car. You see that?
Yeah.
Magnet on the side, it says PGA official vehicle.
I mean, he was driving on the opposite side of the thing.
Yeah.
And they're telling him to stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the reporter said, do you know who that is? And they said, we don't care.
They did. Well, first they didn't know he was. And then when they found out, they did start caring. But the cop was emotional as he should have been, if you got drugged allegedly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then once he gets back, the higher ups are like, wait a minute. Right. You know what that is. Exactly. And they got him out.
You're some sort of color. I mean, come on.
But they didn't drop the charges. Now they're saying they expect charges to be dropped, and that's weird.
That's what I'm talking about next week. The shoe will drop next week.
Okay, but where's all the witnesses, the body cam, the cell phone video, TMZ where's all that?
He didn't have, I don't think he had a body cam on. I think he was a detective. So I don't think I don't think he had detectives, for the most part, don't usually have body cams on. So I don't think he had a body cam on, but he was in.
There
They
was
were
nobody out there with a body cam.
Yeah, that's
they
the
were
problem with
in
Louisville.
uniforms and stuff though. But they
Right.
said it was police out there. He wasn't the only police out
Right.
there.
Right,
You knew
that's
it
what
was
I'm saying.
police.
Everybody
And he
else stopped.
And he still tried to just
Yeah.
like go around.
Yeah, the T-time.
They tested him too. He wasn't under influence of
And it
nothing.
wasn't gonna T-time wasn't starting no way because the weather was bad. It was gonna get delayed anyway.
Yeah,
like
but he
it
wanted
did.
to warm
take
up.
some swings.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do.
Sheffler's attorney claimed that Sheffler misunderstood the police commands. Well, he shouldn't be driving.
That's a cap.
He shouldn't be driving. I mean, if you don't understand, because you know how 12 is, hold it. You know what I mean? When man, like, come on, bro, you're going to drag him.
Yeah, we'll see when we get to court.
Yeah, I think it was a case of, I'm not going to respect this Mooley. Yeah. All right, so y'all, what legal, break this in your final words, Diesel, what legal, I don't know, what do you think this guy should face for this? The original question was, what do you think is going to happen? But I don't care about that. As a citizen and, you've served your country, what should happen to a guy in this situation, regardless of color? What should be happening if he's guilty?
He should get the same treatment as anybody else who did the same crime, and whatever if you look at previous sentences for someone who's done the same kind of thing, he should get this similar sentence, whatever that is. I can't tell you how
terrible.
They sentence people there.
It's terrible. Dragging cops? Go ahead, though.
To the extent of what happened. You know what I mean? So if there's something similar that they had where the cop wasn't really hurt that bad,
Gotcha.
whatever, he should get the same sentence. If they got a felony for it, he should get the same sentence. It ain't no, I misunderstood. No, you didn't. You from what those cops were saying that morning, when that happened, they were saying, no, he clearly just tried to go and do his own thing when he was told not to. So it's just like if you see, like I was saying, if you own Expressway here, IDOT's out there, it's been an accident, somebody got killed or hurt real bad, and they block it off, you can't get through, and a person just tries to scheme their way and go past. And then when they try to stop them, it's an issue. They may try to get away or something. So it's no different than that, man. If it deserves a felony charge, and there's been people charged like that previously, he should get the same thing.
Hey, when I first saw it, Diesel, I thought that ESPN reporter was one of those YouTube, one of those big Nick type guys. Yeah. Because that's how they was treating him, because he didn't have nothing on, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
That's well said, Diesel. I'm not gonna disagree with that. I'll take it a step further. He should get the same treatment they would give a black person. I look at the black cases. No. And he should get the same treatment that they would give a black person who's been alleged to have done that with a white cop being drugged. Black
ones, white ones, whatever that sentence is that people been getting for that, whether they get it dropped down to a misdemeanor, if the cop didn't get hurt, or if he did get hurt and it was a felony, he should get the same thing.
Yeah, at least the median between what a colored would get. And I know what you're saying. He should be
and that reporter said there were witnesses to when it was happening. So there's people there who've seen it, even if he didn't have a body cam.
They should have cell phone, but the Pinks ain't gonna release that evidence against themselves.
Well, I don't know if they had, because it was early in the morning, it was still dark, and it was raining, so the weather's bad. So somebody gonna have their cell phone trying to, record at that time.
Yeah. They don't know who's in the car.
And there's a bunch of older people going to PGA. They're not,
most people don't even know that's Scottie Sheffler in that car.
And they're not quick to just start recording. The young kids
give each other things. They're not gonna tell each other.
Now, if you knew if it was a famous person in the car, say it was like a real high tech sports car or something.
Yeah.
Then you might be like, man, record that. That could be somebody. But most people ain't record that.
Well, and initially they were saying that he drugged the cop 15 to 25 yards, and now the reports are saying 10 yards. You know what I mean? So it's just funny how
by the time to get to the charges, it'll be 5.
1 yard. Yeah.
I wonder how did it when they say drag him?
Well, the cop jumped up. The cop jumped on the car. So
stop him.
Yeah.
And he still but he did stop.
And he drove. Yeah, he stopped after 25 yards initially. Now it's down to 10 yards. He stopped.
Well, they'll have that measure. They'll be able to say he started here.
But they're discrediting. They're discrediting the cop, though.
Yeah, none of that's gonna happen.
Like I said, it was other cops too. So you're gonna have to discredit a lot of them.
Yeah, but if those other cops aren't black, it's 2 different types of cops. There's black cops and there's white cops.
Well, I know this. The one cop who was talking to the reporter from ESPN, he was black. And he wasn't the guy. He wasn't the guy who was the detective. He was just one of the beat cops out there
that was holding everybody back.
And when he asked,
so do you think the guy? Do you think the guy? So the guy on the car, was he white? We don't know.
I don't know.
Nobody's ever talked to him.
I ain't seen. They ain't showed his picture.
It's amazing.
They ain't showed
it's amazing. I bet they'd have showed him if that was Kyrie Irving who did that. He'd be out there talking about that Mooley son of a bitch, and everybody be like, "Why didn't he stop?"
Right in front of his house, protesting right down now.
If that was Kanye West or P Diddy, P Diddy. Well, man, we don't even want to talk. We don't do that on TATN. We don't want to.
We don't talk about that.
Son of a. All right. But appreciate you, Diesel. Ace, final words out there. Oh wait, Diesel, you ain't say nothing about the Bears and your final words.
Oh well, I mean, it's still early, man. It's super early. We ain't even got the training camp yet, so let's see who. We got to get the training camp. We got to see who's gonna make the team.
How far are we going in the playoffs too? Y'all pick this. This is 1.0. Y'all pick this record. How far are they going?
Super Bowl, Super Bears.
I'm going to say we'll make it to whether we start off as a wild card or we're divisional
record.
or divisional team. We'll make it to the divisional playoff. So
we'll win one playoff game.
We'll win one if we're a wild card. If we're divisional, who knows? Depends on,
we got a generational quarterback. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's trolling, of course. His generational quarterback is on the bench in Pittsburgh, so
No, I didn't call Justin generational. I just said he was a good quarterback.
And he was a bear. That's all.
He was generational to you. He's better than generational to you. Yeah, he's inspirational.
No, he was a good quarterback. If he would have been put in a proper
good about him, he ain't good. No fucking good.
He almost set the NFL rushing record.
One of them. No team in the league won them. Generational.
That was collusion. No team won to Colin Kaepernick either.
No team won them. No team won them.
Colin Kaepernick went to the Super Bowl. No team wanted him.
Yeah, well, that's different. That's different circumstances.
But Cap had a player option and decided he didn't want it.
Decided he didn't want it.
They'd have to buy me out. No, he wasn't trying to be greedy. He was mad, butter. Y'all gonna have to buy me out of this. I'm gonna show up and kneel every damn game. I'm gonna kneel in the huddle. I'm gonna kneel before every snap.
Yeah. Didn't he opt out?
Yes. He bet on himself.
Trying to be greedy to get more money. That's what I meant by
bad advice.
It's just bad advice, man. Take this money, man. You know you're a pariah. They're about to collude against you.
Right.
That's how all those agents are in cahoots.
Yeah, and his agent was in cahoots with the NFL and told him, we're gonna opt out. We're gonna go after another contract.
Man, we need to cover Bronny a little bit more too, because there's a lot of talk about some saying he's ready, some saying he's not. Gilbert Arenas, big Bronny fan.
He's
not ready.
Gilbert Arenas and everybody on his podcast, except for McCants. Yeah, I'll be watching Gilbert Arenas podcast.
Be going in.
Yes. He be speaking the truth and they be disrespecting him, Ace. And McCants yes.
They disrespect him more than Kwame.
No, except he be right there giving it to him.
Don't he? He be giving him facts. Because, for one thing, he used to be cool with LeBron, but I guess they fell out at some point. But I don't even think that matters. Like, I think it does matter because when they're buddies with him, they want to try to, those other guys.
Placates on,
Yeah. Yeah, and so
he be ready to damn near squabble with them if you saying the wrong things. He don't,
no, he
he's
ain't
standing
playing.
on his
Yeah,
own.
yeah,
So, but yeah,
yeah.
he gives them a lot of. He goes at it with them on stuff that he believe. When they start just saying outlandish stuff, where they pro LeBron, and you start seeing behind the scenes how not all of his supporters from the league and entertainment, but some of them, they're all connected from like his agency and his agent, and they all had like the same management. It's like an angle to a lot of those dudes where they're all connected to LeBron in this particular way, and then he controls the narrative of what they put out about him.
Well, if his name was Bronny Jackson, and coming off the hurt and all of that, would the scouts even be considering him right now? Would he even be at the combine?
Not at all. There's no way they would invite a kid that's averaging 4.8 points a game, had a heart condition,
coming off heart surgery.
Yeah, and
the team that takes him is most likely going to try
to get
see
LeBron.
if they can get LeBron.
Of course, it's going to be collusive.
That's the only reason to take him.
That's the only reason. And how do y'all feel about LeBron going to that game, man? Showing up to the Cleveland game. Is he ready to take his talents? Do y'all think there's some there? He showed up with his wife, and his story was it was Mother's Day, and that's where we're from. And then the agent was there too.
Rich Paul. I mean, it was Mother's Day.
To get the guard from Cleveland to come to L.A. But go ahead. It was Mother's Day.
His mother still lives in Cleveland?
Her mother.
Oh.
Yeah, he don't care about her mother. She probably still lives in the project.
No. Well, I hope the wife can slide mom some money to get out of projects. Let me get in my final word because I gotta get out of
here. Yeah, final words. Go ahead.
As far as the Scottie Sheffler case, I think he'll be treated like most millionaires that can hire a high-priced attorney to get this stuff taken care of. And, the charges will be dropped next week as they go into discovery of the information of what this particular officer said and who's willing to back them and, early discovery of this case. So I think, Scottie Sheffler will have somebody that represent him. And then, they already have in the media, like, the dragon went from 25 to 15, now it's down to 10 yards. And, next thing you know, the cop's going to be saying, yeah, I was pulling on the door handle and all of a sudden, I fell. So it won't be handled the way it should be handled because he's the number one golfer in the world. He has the ability to hire somebody to protect his interests as opposed to, some copper colored person that did the same thing, a regular Joe Schmo. And, I believe next week it will be swept under the rug, taken off the books. This felony charge is going to be thrown out. And the fact that they say that, Diesel says that the PGA has no influence or, the tournament moves around. It's still money. And money rules everything around Louisville, Kentucky. And, so I think it'll be thrown out next week. Even if it goes down to misdemeanor or community service or whatever they need to get Scottie Sheffler back there so they can apologize and make this go away, I think it'll be done. And, and that's what's going to happen. Those looking for justice for the regular guy, the regular officer is out there trying to protect the public. I don't think they'll find it in this case, just as those that were looking for justice for Breonna Taylor, whose apartment was stormed by the police department. And, she was shot and killed and her boyfriend was locked up for retaliating for somebody just breaking into their apartment, starting to shoot. So, unfortunately, this is the society we live in. Unfortunately, those with the goal make the rules, and I think it'll happen again in this case. Now, talking about my Chicago Bears, last time we won the Super Bowl, 1985, in the city of New Orleans. And the Bears, with our generational quarterback, will be back there this year, fighting for another Super Bowl title. So get ready.
Playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Justin Fields. But go ahead.
Oh, that'd be love. So you're talking about 2005 or 2025 and 1985. The Bears will be back. I'll be there to see my Bears playing in the Super Bowl.
And in that scenario, I'll be rooting for Justin.
All right. No, wait a minute now. You'd be rooting for Justin?
Absolutely.
What if Russell Wilson started?
Bears.
All right. That sounds better. But that's my final word. I think, as this cases progresses, things are swept under the rug, and the justice system of the money takes place. We won't be hearing about this in 2 weeks. Scottie Sheffler's mugshot will disappear from the world, and everything will be going on in Louisville, Kentucky, and in Scottie Sheffler's world as it has before this incident happened this past week. So, sorry, it is what it is. That's my final word.
Well done. Well done. And throw the book at his ass. That's what I say. Make an example out of them. These athletes and entertainers think they're getting privilege. You know what I mean? Yeah. They think they're getting some sort of privilege. I say throw the book at them. And we're going to make an example out of them like we'd make an example out of anybody else in a similar situation. Regarding my Chicago Bears, I mean, bear down. Anything less than 11 W's, 10 W's, I'll go with 10. I predicted 12-5 in our 1.0 just now. So anything less than 10 victories, Caleb, is abject failure. And I'm going to put that on you and Ryan Poles. So you want to win my heart? I need 10 W's. If you only get 10 W's, I need a playoff W. If you get 12 W's, you can, let me down in the playoffs. I'm a Bear fan. It's happened before. We'd see a trajectory out there. And you would have had won my heart. Not that it matters to you. So in a shocking incident early Friday morning, Scottie Sheffler, who I'd never heard of before, was detained by 12 at Valhalla ahead of the second round of the 2024 PGA Championships. He was later charged with several criminal offenses. The situation has raised questions about bias out there and the handling of professional athletes in such circumstances. Sheffler's case serves as a reminder of the complexities that's been surrounding law enforcement interactions and the impact that they can have on not just an athlete's career, but any everyday citizen, with all their orders and rules. Where's the apology tour? I don't even know if they ever apologize. Are they suggesting officers lying about his injuries? I mean, I don't think I've ever even heard an apology. All right. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, concerns, please feel free to drop a comment below. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal to the Navy and Orange, unless they're going up against Justin Fields at you. Bear down, FGB, and do not forget to bring your mouthpiece. All right. And next week, right here on Mouthpiece Included, recovering copper darts. All right. The history of blacks, copper colored people in America, and darts. Is there a history? I know I used to like playing it. Great game to play over some beers and stuff like that. Okay. And then house music. We got Milz coming in the building, good friend of mine, DJ. We're continuing our house music series on The Self-Love Show. That'll be Tuesday, live in living color. So please do check in if you guys have the time and if God's willing. And as we wrap up, Karen, can you get the music going for us, Karen? Close it out. Why? Okay, there we go. What's the hell? All right, maybe not. Not gonna happen. something.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
TATN, TATN, TATN,
Yeah.
Mouthpiece included.
Yeah, what he say?
TATN, TATN, TATN.
All right. So if you find yourself,
TATN, there we go.
I don't know what the hell that was, bro. All right. So if you find yourself sliding through the Windy City, you might be out west, up north, you know, pissing on the ivy at Drop Dead Gorgeous Wrigley Field because you got scummy and overserved at the bar. You might be, you know, hanging around in Socksville. It's not a thing. It should be a thing, but it's not. Why isn't it a thing? I'll tell you why. This is a shithead stadium with a shithead team with shithead fans, in my opinion.
Watch your mouth.
You better be watching your mouth. You better keep your head on a swivel. You better watch your back. You better check your six. Guard your grill. Let's get some volume, Karen. Knuckle up.
Mouthpiece included.
And don't forget to. And don't forget to.
Better guard your grill. TATN.
And don't forget to.
Mouthpiece included. TATN.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
TATN. Mouthpiece included.
Wait.
TATN.
Wait.
Coming down for what?